Secret Seahorse. This is written by Stella Blackstone and illustrated by Claire Beaton. Now, on every page, there should be a seahorse. You got to figure out where that's at. Sometimes it's even hard for me to find a seahorse. I saw a secret seahorse deep down in the sea. I tried to swim beside him. He was too quick for me. He swam past reefs of coral with colors flower bright. He swam past flickering fishes, then disappeared from sight. I asked the octopuses where he might have gone. Ooh. They just shrugged and shook their legs. I steadily swam on. I came across a mermaid as she combed her hair. I found an ancient shipwreck, but couldn't see him there. At last, I found a secret cave. It looked so dark and dim. I stayed outside and shivered. I did not dare go in. I don't know. Maybe you see him and I don't. Then, in the cave, I saw a glint. And guess who greeted me? I don't see him here either. Maybe you do. Not just one secret seahorse. A whole seahorse family. Coral reefs. Coral reefs are wonderful underwater worlds of their own. 1 inch of coral takes nearly 100 years to grow. Thousands of colorful fish and plants live in coral reefs. Although coral looks like a rock, it is really a great colony of living creatures which feed on tiny animals floating in the sea, called zooplankton. The largest coral reef is in Great Barrier Reef in Australia. That's a whole other continent. Coral can only survive in salt water. That is clear, warm, and clean with lots of sunlight. In many parts of the world, the coral has been killed because the sea in which it lives has been poisoned with all kinds of pollution like chemicals, sewage, and fertilizers. When coral reef dies, all the fish that live in it have nowhere to live, and they too disappear. Turn over the page to find out more about creatures that live in and around a coral reef. So in a coral reef, you can have all these different creatures, like angelfish and clownfish, you know Nemo, barracuda, crabs, a giant clam, jellyfish, hermit crabs, lionfish, lobsters, octopus, parrotfish, oyster, sea slug, sea turtle, sea urchin, starfish, sharks, stingrays, swordfish. The secrets of seahorses. Seahorses are small fish that have armored plates all over their bodies. They move slowly by fanning their delicate fins. They live in seaweed beds of warm water, hiding from larger fish. Some are very small and are only an inch high, while others are 1 foot. So they can be very little, or about, picture your dad's shoe. About that tall. Seahorses can move each of their eyes in different directions. Oh, that means they can look one direction and look the other direction at the same time. It makes it easy for them to spot food. They suck up food through their snouts, so their nose, they suck it up like sucking through a straw. Seahorses are the only fish with tails that can hold on to things. See how he's holding on to that coral? And he wraps around. They use their tails to cling onto seagrass, coral, or each other. Female seahorses produce eggs, but it's the male who keeps them in his pouch in his body until they hatch after 40 to 50 days. They can have up to 400 babies at a time. Male seahorses are the only males in the world who become pregnant like this. There's a little more information about seahorses, coral reefs, and it's a little fun story. See ya.